Well, good morning. Today is day 2 post-op. I'm super tired, so sorry if I sound a little bit out of it. No pain. Swelling has definitely gotten worse, but I did just wake up, so I would imagine that once I start walking around a little bit, swelling might go down a little. Also, I'll start icing it again during the day. But I think I'd read somewhere that the swelling and bruising kind of peaks on like day 2 or 3. So who knows, maybe tomorrow it'll be a little bit worse and then it'll start to get better. But not a big deal. I could just kind of tell when I woke up. I could feel it itching on the inside, but definitely be careful if you feel an itch around the bruised areas, because as soon as I scratch it, it immediately kind of hurts because the skin's bruised. It's like scratching a bruise on a very delicate area. But it doesn't hurt to like touch it. It's just like when you scratch it, the skin's just so thin right there that you just have to be careful. You can see where the cast just goes in right into the corner and it gets itchy in there, and it like kept getting itchy underneath the cast. So I was like tapping on it very lightly. Last night I woke up a couple times. I was snoring, making random trumpet sounds with my nose because I could still breathe through it a little bit, but it's definitely congested a little right now because I need to clean it all out. But either way, so baby wipes are definitely my friend. I have to just kind of use them if I want to wash anything. Usually when you just have a rhinoplasty, you are allowed to take a shower. So like when you're doing your saline rinse, you can do that. Sorry if you hear any like tapping sounds or whatever. My dog's just dragging his name tag across the ground. He's in the bathroom with me. But so you are able to like do the saline rinse in the shower. So it kind of just drains in there. You get the steam to like open up your airway. But because I had a fat transfer, I have some patches. So a total of 4 patches on my legs, and I'm not supposed to take those off as far as I know. So I get to do sponge baths, I guess. So I just kind of have been wiping off with baby wipes or whatever, so until I get instructions that I can do otherwise. Just gonna try to get in the creases of my eyes because it just felt really like crusty this morning, especially in this one. I'm sure there's a little bit of drainage that will be happening with all that swelling. So yeah, that bruise definitely got a bit worse, didn't it? It actually feels pretty numb when I wipe it off. Now this specific brand of baby wipes, I must say, I do not like. I accidentally bought it. I bought 2 different bags of baby wipes last time, but this is the one that I have left. This is the Equate brand, so like that Walmart brand. I would not recommend getting that one. It probably was a little bit cheaper, but it leaves little debris everywhere that you wipe, like little tiny fuzzies stay behind. It's really annoying. So I think I'm gonna go to the store today to buy some wider tape, not for my face, but for the patches that I put on my leg, because this thin tape keeps peeling off. So the only thing holding those securely in place are my my leggings. So I'll probably be getting or send someone in to get it, but just so I don't scare anyone going in there. If I go anywhere, I'll probably just wear a hat and hope that that covers my face quite a bit. And I'll probably try to get some other wipes that are the normal like Huggies brand or something, because those don't disintegrate while you're wiping with them. I took my pain pill this morning when I woke up with some saltine crackers. They come in very handy just because I eat 4 of them, take the pain pill, no nausea. Like it's just enough to be able to do that. These I could probably even take right now. There's different strengths. This one's like for pre and post surgery. Okay, so let's see what's going on under here. This tape sticks to the face so good. So good, but dang, I feel like I'm like ripping off my skin. Like just because I've been peeling it off every single day, you know, a couple times a day. I feel like that spot's been very exfoliated. That's probably why it's sticking so well. Also, once again, it seems to be a little bit stuck underneath my nose, probably because it dried out. So let me very carefully pull this off. It's stuck on the same side as yesterday. Just kind of stuck the gauze underneath. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have put those in my mouth because now I'm like trying to talk and dissolve them. So I just stuck the gauze underneath the water, so it just kind of like moistened it up and came unstuck. Now if you look really closely at those, I don't know if you can see them, but you can see all the little tiny stitch hairs poking out. This is looking rough today, but it doesn't feel any worse. Still the same. Last night and this morning when I woke up, I was feeling really shaky. It might have been because I didn't eat enough yesterday. With the pain pills, sometimes you lose your appetite, but like I tried to make sure that I was eating. I had small portions of everything, it seemed like, so it probably wasn't as much as normal. Plus, of course, after surgery, you're gonna feel a bit weaker and whatnot. For the most part, I feel fine, but I'm sure I probably just needed like to have a blanket on me or maybe more clothes or whatever, so I was just getting cold easily. Because as soon as I laid down in bed and put the covers over me, I was totally fine. I feel kind of groggy today. I wanted to keep sleeping, honestly, but once I like get up and start eating the crackers and take my pain pill, I kind of try to get going a little bit because I know if I sit down, I'll probably fall back asleep, which I am totally okay with. And the tip of my nose keeps itching, so I keep like trying to like rub it. Not like, and it doesn't hurt. Like I can feel it. I can feel the cold on the tip of my nose, so at least there's that, but it keeps like kind of itching. And my dog growls at me when he wants my attention. He's just sitting down there. Let me show you guys. He's so funny. What do you want, Elvis? You just give me a minute, okay? He's so patient with me. Well, he's not patient with me, let's be realistic. That's why he's growling at me. He's just kind of funny like that. If I'm not paying attention to him, he'll just start grunting until I pay attention to him. See what I mean? So you guys are gonna hear that for a few times. Elvis, no, you wait. No. I think he's the boss. I'm the pet and he's the boss. He tells me what to do. So yeah, they're super prickly. I'm just trying to wipe off the ointment from yesterday so I can put some fresh ointment. So it still fizzes and everything, just like it did the first few days. My hair is a disgusting mess and I will not be able to wash it for a while. I might go to like the hair salon and have them wash it for me because that way your face doesn't get wet. Okay. Elvis, no. You be quiet. This is ridiculous, like that dog. But the middle part of my nose is still numb when I go over it. Like this whole section. Like I can feel it cold like towards the bottom and towards the tip, but in the middle it feels totally numb. So I don't know if you can see it. It's gonna be interesting to have the stitches taken out in a week. I don't want to know what that's gonna feel like. I don't think it'll hurt, but I'm not too excited about it. So yeah, just that alone, just wiping it out a little bit, it seems like I can breathe through my nose again. This side feels a little more narrow than this side when I'm cleaning it out. Probably just a little bit more swollen, which is totally normal. I've seen that on a lot of other people's recovery videos. One of their nostrils will look like totally smaller than the other, and once it's all like the swelling goes down and everything, it all evens out. I mean, some people aren't as lucky and one nostril might end up smaller than the other, but I don't know. Nobody's perfectly symmetrical, so it wouldn't be the end of the world unless it was like way different, you know? I feel like my lips are even just like swollen. I don't know, they probably are. I need to wipe off around my mouth. I've been looking like a mess. I'm not paying attention to like anything because I'm just kind of like groggy and out of it. Like I feel awake, but I'm definitely groggy. So I probably like yesterday, I was a freaking mess. I tried to eat a peanut butter and jelly toast. And so because I had my gauze around my nose, I was trying to eat it upside down so the toast would rub on the thing because I ended up getting peanut butter and jelly on the gauze. And then I ended up spilling peanut butter and jelly all over my shirt and like wiped it off and still wore that shirt the rest of the day. Just looking like a mess. Hopefully I can pull it together. I don't know. I guess being out of it is better than being in pain. One thing I'm not too happy about is after I do the saline rinse, it makes the inside of my nose feel more sensitive and it's kind of uncomfortable. It does feel like you like put water up your nose, which nobody likes that, I don't think. And then it kind of like yesterday gave me a little bit of a headache, but then I just fell asleep and it went away. So like after I clean everything and you're just kind of like disturbing everything a little bit, it makes it a tiny bit uncomfortable, but I mean on a scale of 1 to 10, it would still only be like a 1 or a 2. So it's not like it's like extreme pain or anything. It's just kind of uncomfortable. It would kind of feel like you have, I don't know, whenever I've had a cold or a flu or something and I get like that sinus pressure. So considering it's a surgery, like that is like minimal. You'd expect it to be a lot worse. I'm just trying to do every little bit that I can just to try to help it heal faster. I mean, you can't really speed it along too much. Your body just has to do what it needs to do. But if you're going through surgery like this, I'm sure you're planning on having 1 week of hideout. Because yeah, you just have no idea. Some people bruise, some people don't. I had a lot done, so I'm not sure what the bruising could be from. It could be from the fat transfer, because they did inject fat along this part of my cheek and under my eyes, or it could be from the nose. Either one of those things. You just never know, like, if you're gonna bruise or not until after the fact. So it definitely helps to ice it. I have been using little cold compress things, like, so just ice water with the gauze, but I think I'm gonna have to switch it up to some, like, a little bit colder, because it just didn't seem like it was cold enough. But you don't want it to be too cold if you're doing a fat transfer. I read somewhere that putting actual ice on it can damage the fat that has been put in there, so I'll put a layer in between and just be very careful with it, because the last thing I want to do is mess up the fat transfer, because I would really like for that fat to hang on for a while. So this bruise has now gone across my eyelid. I mean, hopefully this is useful for you guys. I don't know. I mean, I would enjoy watching something like this just to see that it's not nearly as scary as you would think by just looking at pictures of people when they look like this, because a lot of the videos that I saw, I might have mentioned already, the people either sounded extremely tired or like they were suffering just a little bit. So it was still, as much as they were like, it doesn't really hurt, they just sounded so groggy and stuffy and everything that it kind of like still freaked me out. But now that I'm experiencing it, I mean, like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. It's like, I mean, I'm sure it's different for everyone, but I mean, as long as pain medicine works for you, I don't think it's really that bad. But I never take pain medicine for anything. Like, even if I have a headache, I usually avoid taking anything. And so when I do need it, it works really well. So that's actually really nice, you know? So I'm gonna guess that this is probably gonna drip. Maybe I'll just like leave it off for maybe an hour or so, let it air out for a minute. Yesterday, within like probably a half hour or an hour, it started to drip, so I just put the gauze back on. But I'll probably hold off until it starts to drip again. But since I rinsed out with the saline and everything, I'm gonna be expecting it. Also need to brush my teeth. I guess I haven't tried to like lift my lip or smell. I guess it actually does not move up as much as I would have thought. Now I understand what they meant when they said that they couldn't like really smile and that your lip kind of stays down for a while. I hadn't really tried to like mess with it or like lift it up or anything. So, but either way, I wouldn't want to be moving it around too much just because I don't want to disturb what's going on up here. So, doesn't hurt to brush your teeth. I was super careful. So, I've had like the nastiest things on the inside of my lips. Sorry if that's like even bothering you guys. Also, all over my face, I was just looking in the mirror and just like I was telling you, there's like a little debris from that baby wipe. Ugh, my skin is like peeling off my lip, probably from breathing with my mouth open. Yeah, even though I am able to breathe through my nose, sometimes like throughout the night it gets a little bit congested, so, or if it starts to get a little uncomfortable, I just start to breathe through my mouth. And that spray, this is the gel box, but so I have the spray of this stuff and I just keep it next to my bed, and it is so nice because I mean, you can sit there and drink water all you want, but that stuff, it will actually like just last quite a bit longer, and it's kind of refreshing because it's like a minty flavor. So I would really recommend that for the times that you're breathing through your mouth, especially at night, because you just reach over to your nightstand, spray it in your mouth, and then you're good to go. Otherwise it's kind of uncomfortable. So now I'm just gonna head downstairs and get some breakfast and take my bromelain and antibiotic, and should be good until the next thing, and then ice my eyes. So I'm about to do some laundry now that I'm up and walking around. So I'm just gonna show you guys the towels just so you can see from the draining on my leg. It's kind of gross, but hopefully you're watching this so you don't get grossed out easily. Just so you guys have an idea of how much draining can happen. And I mean, this was like the minimal part of it. Most of it ended up on the sweatpants that I was wearing the first day that I got back. And when I was at the hospital right before I left, it was like all over the gown and sheets and stuff, and it was like quite a big area that I'd been leaking on. I mean, and this, I was laying on about 4 layers of towels, so that was one bit. Over here, it's kind of hard to see, but yeah, you can see like on the edge. So this was just what got soaked up onto, like, after we went through the sweats and everything. On the sweats, you wouldn't be able to see it as much if I showed you, just because I got a dark color just for that purpose. So I wouldn't ruin them immediately, because, you know, I bought them like the day before because I needed like a zip up, and I didn't bring a jumpsuit type thing to Utah with me. So I just like ran to Old Navy and just bought like some sweats and a jacket to wear. So anyway, I'm just going to throw all that in and get it all washed up, so then I have some clean towels to sit on just in case it keeps leaking. I did look at the patches that I had taped on, and they have been leaking a little bit more. I'm seeing a little bit more show through. It's like behind the plastic, so it's not coming through anymore, but I'll be switching that out because I'm getting some thicker tape. It's on its way to the house right now. So just got the other type of tape. It is like a cloth thicker tape. We'll see how well it works, and that is to replace the tape of these patches that I put on the part of my leg where they took out the fat. See how I did that little contraption? You can see down here where it's leaked through. I'm gonna peel them off and we'll see what we're working with here. Okay, so I just pulled the one side off. Just a heads up, if you get grossed out easily, you don't want to see this. The patch is still on my leg, but it's been draining a lot. So the one that the doctor put on there, as far as I know, I'm not supposed to take off, which it looks totally gross. So I'm really surprised that I'm not supposed to take it off. I'm going to call them after I seal it and just double check on that, just because, like, I don't know, it just looks kind of gross. So I would almost think that I should change it, but we'll see. So here is what it looks like on my leg. Be warned. Yeah, pretty gross. I mean, just pretty seeped through. The other one, you can tell, is not, it didn't leak out. It's the one, I mean, it's obviously on the back side, so that's kind of like where I sit, and when I'm laying, there's like always pressure on it. And then this is a little contraption I made. This also looks pretty gross. This is the 2 panty liners that I taped together just to kind of like make a seal and put it over that, just so it wouldn't leak through, because obviously, as you can tell, the patch that is on my leg, it was seeping through towels, through my sweatpants. So this little panty liner thing that I made, it actually got it to stay in place. It wasn't leaking into the towels or my pants anymore, so that was kind of nice because I left the back plastic on there, so it's just all sealed in there. So I just made a clean one with the thicker tape, so it'll be nice and sealed on there. You can see it right here, just getting creative with whatever I could think of, and whatever I could find. They told me to put some kind of like a maxi pad on it, so I was able to find some panty liners and figured that will work, and it has. So I'm probably just gonna like get a little bit of a wipe and just like wipe around the patch. So this is what it looks like now that it's on. It looks like it's a bit better of a seal. We'll see how well the tape sticks. It might still roll off a little, but it'll definitely stay on a little bit better than last time. And then on the opposite side, once again, just a heads up, it is kind of gross, as you saw in the other one. That's what that one is looking like. It doesn't look like it drained as much as the other one. That ended up looking like that went over it. There are a couple of the spots on the other patches, because there's 4 of them total on my legs, but only 2 of them were like really oozy. So the ones that are kind of on the front, there's a couple edges that are peeling up, so I'm just going to put a piece of tape over that, but since it's not oozing, I don't need to put any extra padding on there. So we've got this leg, we got all the marks still, and this patch right here, it's lifting, so I'm just going to put a little piece of tape right there. And then on this leg, see, it's peeling up right there. It looks like it leaked a little bit, but nothing too bad. So I'm just going to put a piece of tape there. And then there's, I don't know how well it's going to stick. There's that patch there. Once I put up my leggings, it'll keep everything nice and snug and it just won't leak through. But just in case, I'll still be laying on a towel just to make sure that if it does leak through, it doesn't get on anything. So I would definitely recommend that you have someone that's making sure that you're eating, because with me personally, I keep getting super sleepy, and sleep will definitely win the battle between me getting up and getting food. So what ends up happening is that I'll just, if I'm not eating enough, I'll just get sleepier and sleepier. So then I just won't move around very much, and then it goes downhill from there. So, but once you get up and eat, you start to feel better. So, and you want to be walking around. It's very easy to just kind of lay around and just let someone do everything for you, but just kind of like make yourself get up and get yourself your water and things like that. Especially if you only have a rhinoplasty, not a big deal. With the leg things, like it's a little tender, but still not a big deal. Like very easy to get up and walk around. And you want to do that to make sure that you don't get blood clots or anything like that from laying around too much. And then as for the nose, it has been dripping just a tiny bit, but I've just been dabbing it with a tissue just so I didn't have to have that cotton thing underneath, just to kind of give it a break. Even though, because it feels kind of numb and it's so swollen up here, I still feel like I'm wearing it. It's kind of weird even though it's not there. So it wouldn't make a difference. It's not really like it's uncomfortable or whatever. It feels the same either way. It feels so nice to be laying in bed now. Doing little things just seem to wear you out, like just having to rebandage my legs apparently was enough of a workout for the day. So I keep breathing through my mouth, not because I have to, but I think it's just comfortable for me to be breathing through my mouth. So I have my V19 dry mouth sprayed in there, but it's like leaking everywhere. I need to wipe that off. And then I just like rub it around my mouth, and it will keep it from getting dry for a lot longer now. So that's awesome. And I just keep that on my nightstand, and then I have some chapstick that comes in handy also. This is the chapstick that they gave me at the Utah Surgical Center. It's actually pretty nice. I like it. I'm kind of picky with my chapsticks. There's a lot of chapsticks I don't like, but it tastes like banana. It's pretty good. Yeah, so I have my little setup here. I have an ice pack that I'm gonna be putting on my face with a towel. I have my little snuggle buddy. He's been so good. He's just been hanging out with me all day. And usually he jumps at my face a lot when he wakes up, but I think he's known that he isn't supposed to do that. His hair's all crazy. I need to give him a haircut. He's just been such a good boy. I think he knows that I'm recovering, you know, and he knows not to jump on my face, thank goodness. And then, of course, got my laptop. So I will have some entertainment, but as soon as I start looking at anything, even when I've been trying to keep up with like my social media, and as soon as I start looking at stuff, I just like zone out and I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep. So it'll definitely be a nap time. Oh, also you can see right here, I'm laying on a towel just in case anything seeps through. I don't think it will, because it did a really good job at, you know, keeping everything in the past couple days. So like from day one or the day of the surgery, and then the first day after the surgery. So now this is technically day 2 after the surgery. So I'm just gonna get some rest now. So talk to you guys in a little bit. So it's about 7:30. I've just been napping and watching YouTube videos. So today I've just been super lazy, super tired. I didn't take my last pain pill. I think it was probably supposed to be, well, I guess it's only been like 5 hours. I'm gonna see how long I can go without taking it. Maybe I'll take it in like 1 more hour just to kind of try to stretch it out a little bit further. So either I'll start taking it every 6 hours or maybe a little bit less and starting to cut back now. I'm just not sure that still need them. I don't know. It's like, because it's the second day, I feel like sometimes you don't really need the pain pills as much anymore after that, but we'll see. I don't know, I might regret that decision, but so far it doesn't hurt. Like everything just kind of feels numb around here. I haven't worn the little gauze under my nose today, and I haven't really needed it. It hasn't really been dripping, but it just kind of feels like it is there, so it's like kind of weird. It just feels numb, or like there's something there. So I've been icing my bruises and the swelling. So I don't know, I feel like on this side it's starting to lighten up already. I also just wiped off my face again with a wipe and reapplied some arnica gel around my eyes and around my bruises. I feel like this one's going to take the longest to kind of calmed down. This one's starting to change color already, which is good, but everything's about the same. The area on the back of my legs that had been leaking from where they took the fat out, it's a bit tender. I feel like that's the only area that might get a little tender when I'm not taking my pain pills, but just because I have to sit on it or when I'm trying to slide off my bed is actually really high, so I kind of have to slide off of that. So that's the only thing, but it doesn't like really hurt. Like once again, the pain doesn't really go over a 2 at all. And then my shoulder is still sore from that anti-nausea shot that they gave me, so it really reminds me of that tetanus shot that I got a little while back. That's pretty much it. I'm just gonna probably stick around up here, try to keep hydrated. I haven't been drinking as much water today just because I've been sleeping quite a bit. Just probably feel a little stuffy, like, well, I can still kind of breathe through my nose. I don't know, still pretty swollen, but once again, not as scary as you would think, and definitely not as bad as it looks. So keep you guys posted here in a little bit, see how the pain's going if I wait another hour to take my pain pill. Hey guys, it's the end of day 2 post-op. Just to catch you guys up, I already feel like I don't really need the pain pills as much anymore, so I decided to start like weaning myself off of them. So the last pain pill, I think I'd been taking them every 4 hours, and I decided to take the last one. It was probably like 6 or 7 hours after the previous one, and it didn't seem to bother me too much, so took that one at 9 o'clock, and I'm not going to set an alarm tonight, so whenever I wake up in the morning, we'll see how I'm feeling, and that will really let me know if I need to be taking them still or not. So hopefully I wake up and I'm not feeling too rough. If anything, I can always take Tylenol if I want something a little bit weaker. I still have quite a few of the pain pills left, so you know, it's not because I'm running out or anything, but I'm not sure that I really need anything that strong anymore, just because I don't know, it doesn't seem like it's that painful for now, but we'll see in the morning. So just gonna do my nightly little cleanup real quick, just so I can get back to bed. Plus the lighting was really bad in this bathroom, so it looks kind of yellow. So the Q-tips are coming out pretty clean. It doesn't seem like there's much of it, much blood left in there at all. Still, my left nostril is a bit more swollen than my right one, but I'm sure that will kind of balance out on its own. Looked like I got in a fight with Mayweather. And now I am ready for bed. Just gonna go to sleep. When I wake up, it might be a little more swollen again. I don't know if today was gonna be the most swollen day or if it's tomorrow, but we'll find out. I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm gonna go lay in bed and just put some ice on it again, and that's it. That's it for day 2. So I will see you guys tomorrow.